We take stacks of info and we'll boil it all down to what you really need to know. Today, we're cutting through the noise about making money on YouTube. We want to show you how it's actually possible, even if you're starting totally from scratch. Yeah, thinking about turning your time, your creativity, maybe just your consistency, into actual profit. And crucially, without needing a huge budget or a team right away.
Exactly. Think of this deep dive as your roadmap, really. We're unlocking 12 specific ways, low-risk ways, but with high profit potential for YouTube monetization. Our sources, they lay out realistic income numbers, sure, but also the mechanics, how to scale these things into genuinely passive income streams. That's the goal.
Okay, so when we say low risk, what are we actually talking about? It's not like betting the house on a YouTube channel, is it?
No, not at all. Not even close. Low risk here means very little startup cash needed, maybe none. You don't need that fancy camera or expensive software right at the start. It also means you don't need to be a tech wizard initially, and definitely no need to hire people straight away. The real investment. It's your time, your ideas, and just sticking with it. YouTube's the platform. You bring the drive.
Right. So our mission today is to give you a shortcut, help you figure out which of these paths might click with your skills, your interests, and maybe most importantly, how they could actually grow into something sustainable, real income over time. And just to make it super clear, for each method, we're going to look at some key numbers, right?
Yeah, for every single path, we'll cover the estimated time it takes to get monetized, the classic 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours. Then we'll get into the projected net profits, what you might see after month 1, then 6 months, 12 months, and even look at the 3-year potential. And we'll give each one a passive income scalability score out of 5 stars, so you can see, crystal clear what the long-term passive potential really is.
Okay, sounds good. Let's dive into these 12 paths then. First one up, the faceless compilation channel. Usually focused on a specific niche. You've definitely seen these, right? Top 10 craziest celebrity moments, maybe best iPhone hacks, stuff like that. You're basically compiling content, not putting your face out there.
And what's interesting is how fast you can sometimes get traction. If you're consistent, like uploading maybe 3 times a week, you could hit monetization in just, say, 2 to 4 months. And after that first month of being monetized, we're looking at maybe $150 to $600 in net profit.
That's pretty solid for early days.
Yeah.
But how do you scale something like that, especially if you're not even the face of the channel?
Yeah, that's the key question. The real insight with these faceless channels is realizing you're building a system, a content factory, not just a one-off channel. Your skill isn't just making one viral hit. It's designing a repeatable process, finding content, editing it, packaging it, elements you can swap, update, and crucially outsource.
Okay. So you could scale across different niches maybe?
Exactly. Without ever needing to be on camera yourself.
Yeah.
You batch the content creation, maybe use some automation tools, and eventually hire editors or VAs. You become more of a content architect. So it gets a pretty solid 4-star rating for passive potential. Projections are like $20,000 to over $50,000 in 12 months, and maybe $200,000 plus after 3 years.
Okay, 4 stars. Yeah. Interesting. So if compiling isn't quite your thing, what about something more story-driven? Let's talk about number 2. The cash cow channel with voiceover. These are the ones doing like the rise and fall of narratives or how this billionaire made it, that kind of thing. Just voiceover, usually with stock footage or animations.
Right. These often take a little bit longer to get monetized, maybe 3 to 6 months. The content's usually deeper, requires more research and scripting. But the payoff, the initial net profit, tends to be higher, maybe $500 to $1,000 in that first monetized month. And the income potential really ramps up. We're talking $50,000 plus in a year, potentially over $300,000 in 3 years. So also a 4-star passive score here.
You mentioned B-roll footage. For anyone listening who isn't sure, what exactly is that and how does this voiceover model become passive?
Good question. B-roll is basically all that supplementary footage. The clips, stock video, images that visually show what the voiceover is talking about. It keeps things interesting. And the scalability, well, it's great because you can outsource so much. Script writing, you can hire writers. Finding B-roll, there are services, or you can hire someone. Even the voiceover, you can use advanced AI voices now or hire voice actors. So you're essentially building a content production line that can largely run without you needing to be involved day to day.
Got it. Okay, this third one sounds really promising. It's got speed and a perfect score, the product review affiliate channel. So this is reviewing specific things like best laptops under $500 for 2025 or whatever the year is.
Yeah, this is often one of the fastest routes to monetization. You could potentially hit it in just 1 to 3 months. The key, really smart keyword optimization.
Keyword optimization.
Meaning you target the exact phrases people search for when they're ready to buy something. Not just headphones, but like best noise-canceling headphones under $200. It attracts viewers who are basically shopping already. Get that right. And month one net profits can be pretty impressive, $800 to $2,000, maybe even more. And it really compounds. $60,000 plus in 12 months is realistic, and potentially over $500,000 in 3 years. That's why it gets a perfect 5-star rating for passive scalability.
5 stars. Wow. Okay, what makes it so scalable? Is it just having different income streams?
Well, the multiple streams help. Yeah, you've got YouTube ad revenue, maybe direct sponsorships down the line. But the real magic, the 5-star reason, is the evergreen compounding of affiliate revenue. Think about it. A really good, well-optimized review video for a popular product. It can keep earning you sales commissions for years after you upload it. Old content literally becomes like a perpetual salesperson working for you 24/7.
Okay, that makes sense. So the affiliate income often ends up being bigger than the ad money over time.
Often, yes. Significantly bigger in many cases. It turns your content library into assets that keep paying you back.
Sticking with those high scores, number 4 is the tutorial channel. You know, the how-to stuff. How to use Canva for beginners, how to drop shipping, things like that.
Yes, another 5-star winner for passive potential. Monetization here usually takes around 3 to 5 months. First month net profits are solid, maybe $300 to $900. But again, it scales well. By 12 months, you could be looking at $50,000 plus and potentially $250,000 or more over 3 years.
So what's the core reason these how-to channels are so consistently good for passive income? Why the 5 stars again?
It boils down to one word, really. Evergreen. The content is evergreen. A video on, say, how to tie a bow tie or how to use Excel pivot tables isn't tied to a news cycle or a fleeting trend. People will always be searching for that information. So that video will keep attracting new viewers year after year, generating views and income long after you've made it. It's basically a digital asset that doesn't really expire.
Right, it just keeps working for you in the background.
Okay.
Shifting gears a bit. Number 5, the reaction channel. This could be anything from reacting to weird TikTok trends to, I don't know, a classical musician reacts to heavy metal.
Yeah, these can gain traction pretty quickly, too. Monetization often in 2 to 4 months. And that first month profit could be anywhere from $300 to maybe $1,000. Looking longer term, it'd be $40,000 or so in 12 months, $150,000 in 3 years. We gave this one a 3-star passive score.
3 stars, okay. It definitely feels like they get high engagement, lots of comments.
Yeah.
But why only 3 stars for passive income? It seems like you just find a popular niche and keep reacting.
You definitely can get high engagement, yeah. But the challenge for pure passivity is that reaction channels often rely heavily on the personality of the reactor. You know, their specific takes, their humor. While you could hire other people to react on the channel, it often changes the core appeal. So making it fully automated, truly passive, is harder than some other models. Plus, and this is a big one, you have to be really careful with copyright. Knowing fair use rules inside and out is absolutely crucial, or you risk getting demonetized or even shut down. That adds a layer of ongoing management.
Good point. Fair use is tricky. Okay, next up, number 6, the course-driven educational channel. So this is using YouTube basically to build an audience, maybe teaching something like Finance 101 for teens, but the main goal is selling your own digital course or product later.
Precisely. This is another powerful 5-star passive empire builder. Monetization for the YouTube channel itself maybe 2 to 5 months. First month net profits, often from a mix of ads and maybe early course sales, could be $500 to $1,500. Long term, it's significant, $70,000 plus in 12 months, potentially over $400,000 in 3 years.
So YouTube is essentially the top of your sales funnel here. It's lead generation for something much bigger.
Exactly. YouTube is your lead magnet, your authority builder. You provide valuable free content, build trust, and then you strategically guide your audience towards your premium offerings, detailed courses, ebooks, coaching, whatever fits. And smart creators combine this with email marketing. Capture emails, nurture those leads, build a deeper relationship, and then sell your products off-platform too. It's a really robust compounding system.
Makes sense. Okay, number 7 is the day in the life vlog hybrid, but specifically the low budget kind. like living on $10 a day in Thailand or my life as a med student.
Right. This one often takes a bit longer to gain traction and monetize, maybe 4 to 6 months. The first month net profits are usually more modest too, perhaps $100 to $300. Over 12 months, maybe $25,000 plus. 3 years, perhaps $150,000 plus. It gets a 3-star rating for passive income potential.
3 stars again. It sounds like with this one, you are kind of the product, right? Your personality, your life. Does that mean you have to share? Like everything to be successful? Or are there ways to keep some privacy?
That's a really common concern and a valid one. Growth often does depend a lot on the creator's personality and how much they connect with the audience, which usually involves sharing. But no, you don't have to share everything. The smart approach is often finding a specific theme or angle. Maybe it's budget travel, like the example, or learning a specific skill, or focusing on a hobby. That allows you to share selectively within that framework. While you can definitely grow through brand deals and maybe partnerships, the actual content creation usually requires your direct, ongoing involvement. That limits the pure passive potential compared to, say, a digital product channel. Finding that balance between sharing and privacy is key.
Okay, balancing act. Got it. Moving into the fast-paced world of current events now.
All right.
Number 8, the topical news and commentary channel. Thinking of channels doing those Why It Sis to Be X type series or just daily pop culture news recaps?
Yeah, this category can have some of the fastest growth potential out there. Monetization can happen really quickly, maybe just 1 to 3 months if you hit a trending topic. Initial net profits can be strong too, maybe $600 to $1,500 in that first month. The potential is high, $90,000 plus in 12 months, and possibly over $500,000 in 3 years. That gets it a 4-star passive score.
4 stars again. But wait, how is that passive? If you're covering topical news, doesn't that mean you constantly have to be creating new content, reacting to whatever just happened? Sounds like a lot of active work.
You're right, it is harder to make fully automated or set it and forget it like some others. Because of that timely nature, you do need that constant stream of fresh commentary. However, the style or the format of the content is often highly replicable. You can build a template, a system, maybe you have a small team doing research and first drafts of scripts and you just provide the voice or the face. Or you could franchise the style across different subtopics or even different channels eventually. So while not purely passive, you can build scalable systems around it, making it a powerful content machine with good leverage.
Okay, systemizing the process. I see. Now for something completely different, number 9. Feels very cutting edge. The AI-powered music channel. So channels just featuring music made by AI tools like Udio or Suno.
Exactly. This is a newer niche, but really fascinating potential here. Monetization seems to be taking around 3 to 6 months as these channels build an audience. First month net profits are maybe in the $100 to $600 range currently, but projections show it could grow to $40,000 plus in 12 months and potentially $250,000 plus in 3 years. It's a solid 4-star passive channel.
4 stars. Interesting. So besides the usual YouTube ads, what are the income streams here? What makes it passive?
Well, beyond the standard YouTube ad revenue, you're tapping into things like music royalties and sync licensing.
Sync license.
Yeah, that's basically getting paid when your AI-generated music track is used in someone else's video or a film or a commercial or even played on streaming platforms. Once you've generated that track using AI, it becomes an asset. It can potentially earn income indefinitely from these different sources with basically no extra work from you. That's the passive angle.
A perpetual income asset.
Cool. Okay, another 5-star path next, number 10, and this one sounds like it has huge potential, the digital product channel. So this is all about creating and selling your own digital things like motion templates, Lightroom presets, ebooks, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And this model has arguably some of the highest potential for truly passive, scalable income. Monetization of the YouTube channel itself happens fairly quickly, maybe 2 to 4 months. And the net profits, right from month 1, can be substantial because you're selling your own products maybe $800 to $2,000 plus straight away. But 12 months, you could realistically see $100,000 plus. And the 3-year potential, over $750,000, is huge. 5 stars, easily. That is seriously compelling. $750. Wow. What's the biggest mistake or maybe misconception people have when they try this? What stops them hitting those kinds of numbers?
I think the biggest misconception is feeling like you constantly need to be launching new products, like you're on a treadmill. The real beauty of digital products, templates, presets, guides is that you create them once, and then you can sell them an infinite number of times. The cost to deliver one more copy is practically zero. So you use YouTube to get eyeballs, build trust, show the value, and then use platforms like Gumroad or Etsy or your own site to handle the sales smoothly. It's about building a library of valuable digital assets, not just constantly chasing the next launch. That's the key to passive scaling.
Build a library, not a treadmill. I like that. Okay, heading towards even bigger numbers now. Number 11, the SaaS or app review channel. So reviewing software as a service products, web apps, mobile apps. Maybe comparing ChatGPT versus Claude or reviewing the best project management tools for 2025.
Yep. And this path is arguably the fastest to monetization on the list, often within just 1 or 2 months because the audience is very targeted. First month net profits are really strong, likely $500 to over $2,000. And the long-term potential is, frankly, massive. We're talking $150,000 plus within 12 months. And the 3-year potential. Our sources suggest it could be over $1 million. This is absolutely a 5-star passive empire.
$1 million in 3 years.
Oh, right.
Kind of staggering. What are the catches? Or the challenges, maybe? What do you need to really nail to hit those kinds of returns, reviewing software?
Well, it's not easy money, obviously, but the potential is there because of a powerful combination, like a trifecta. First, you get high-value affiliate income. Software companies often pay recurring commissions or high bounties for signups. Second, you get really high CPMs. Cost per mil, yeah. What advertisers pay per 1,000 views? Because the audience watching SaaS reviews is often businesses or professionals with purchasing power, advertisers pay top dollar to reach them. And third, a lot of the content can be evergreen. A review of a major software tool might stay relevant for a good while. The main challenge: you have to stay objective and provide genuine, deep value. Your audience is smart, they'll see through shallow or biased reviews instantly. Build trust, be thorough, and the financial rewards can be enormous.
Trust and value. Got it. Okay, last one, number 12. The voiceover-only audiobook channel. This is reading classic books, stuff in the public domain, aloud. Obviously being careful about copyright.
Exactly. Public domain is key here, or properly licensed material. This path usually takes a bit longer to monetize, maybe 4 to 6 months, as you build up a library and listenership. Initial net profits are decent, maybe $200 to $600 in month 1. Income tends to grow steadily, perhaps $30,000 in 12 months, and potentially $150,000 plus over 3 years. It's a strong 4-star for passive scalability.
4 stars. So kind of like the AI music, once the audiobooks are recorded and uploaded, they just sit there and earn money. Sounds very set it and forget it.
Pretty much, yeah. You do the work, upfront recording, maybe some light editing, uploading, but once that catalog is built, it lives on the platform. People looking for audiobooks find them, listen, you get ad revenue. It really is one of the closest models to set it and forget it once the initial creation phase is done. You're building a digital library that pays dividends over time.
Wow. Okay, that's a really comprehensive list. 12 distinct paths, all low-risk entry points. As we sort of wrap this up, what's the big takeaway here?
Well, what stands out to me is that, yeah, each model has its nuances, its learning curve, but fundamentally, they all work if you bring the time, the creativity, and crucially, the consistency. And you position yourself smartly within that niche. You know, the really smart creators, the ones building sustainable businesses, they aren't just chasing the next viral fad. They're building systems. They're creating assets, whether it's videos, products, or processes that compound their efforts over time and pay them back again and again.
Right, building systems, not just videos. So for you listening right now, thinking about all this, what's the next step? How do you turn this info into action?
Yeah, good question. I think the task, really, if you're serious about this, is to look at these 12 paths and pick one. Just one to start. Don't try to do 3 at once. Pick the one that resonates most with your skills, your interests, maybe your available time. And then dive deep. Master it. Learn everything about that specific model. Build your first content engine. Get that system humming. And then, only then, maybe start thinking about stacking a second model or scaling what you've already built for maximum passive growth. Focus is key at the start.
Focus on one, master it, then scale or stack. Makes sense. And here's maybe a final little bonus thought, kind of a cheat code almost. You could actually document your journey, your process of picking one of these models, learning it, building it out. You could make that the content for your first YouTube channel. It's a bit meta, right? Your journey becomes the profit engine. Lots to think about there. Thanks for diving deep with us today.